father was an alcoholic. My mother was molested as a child, so she had a lot of PTSD and just was addicted to drugs. And the combination of both of my parents caused a lot of brainwashing and manipulation in the home, so it was hard. Growing up, there wasn't a lot of love. It was just very broken. Coping with that pain, I loved to sing. As I started singing more and more, my grandfather, he started managing the singing, and it started to become a chore. Everything was about the schedule and just the shows and having to be perfect, and it just really robbed my joy of singing. As things in my home began to get more difficult, my neighbor Tina and Billy, they really stepped up and helped out with giving us clothes and just showing us the love of Christ and taking us to church. And it was to the point where being at her house was more of a home environment than being at my own, and I wanted less and less to do with my home life and singing, and I wanted less of that and more of what I was getting from Tina and Billy. The schools got involved, and they were noticing some of the hardships that were going on in the home, and we were taken out of our home. Tina and Billy, they stepped up and took us under their wing, and it was a long battle, but they finally got guardianship, and they just showed us love, and it was incredible just to see the difference, just to be involved in youth group and to have friends that were, Christ-like and just loving and showing me the way to a better life. It was really incredible. After I moved in with Tina and Billy, who I now call Mama and Papa, I had made a decision that I would never sing again. Singing was just a reminder of the pain and struggle that I had gone through when I was living next door with my biological parents. And I said I'd never do it again. As I began to get more involved with the youth and just with the church in general, there was multiple opportunities for me to join the choir or the youth band, and I wanted nothing to do with it. My best friend Laurelyn, she had encouraged me to join the youth band, and just after a lot of encouragement, I kind of stepped in a little bit, was going through the motions, not really enjoying it, but I was doing it. I didn't like it at first, and we sang the song Overcome by Jeremy Camp, and just listening to the words, I can't explain what happened, but it was just like this weight was lifted, and I felt the love of God truly for the first time. And it still took time, but my joy for singing has become my favorite way of worshiping. It hasn't been an easy journey. It's still not an easy journey, but I find such closeness with God through the art of worship and just singing His praise. I love that I'm a child of God and that I just worship so open-heartedly. And it's amazing how something that has broken me in the past is what I stand on for my strength. So with all the time that's gone by, my relationship with my parents, it's been really challenging. My mother, I've given her multiple opportunities to kind of come back into my life. Fortunately, her brokenness, she hasn't been able to overcome that yet. We are not seeing each other right now, and that's hard, As for my father, he quit drinking. His efforts have been there. He's done a lot to overcome his past. So I do pray that both of my parents come to the Lord, because they both know of Him, but they do not have a relationship with Him. So that is my prayer as I continue on in my faith. I want nothing more than for my parents to, enter the gates of heaven and to be united as a family, but I can't change their heart. My walk with God now, it's incredible to see the difference between a little girl who, knew about God and knew about the love, but couldn't feel it personally, and then to just be taken care of in such a way and to be shown into a house of love and faith and unity. That has helped me to draw closer to God, and it has changed my life. I'm so grateful for the journey that God has put me through, and I can't wait to see what He has in store for my future. I love being able to take my testimony and encourage others who have walked a similar path through God, all things are made possible. There's a lot of brokenness in this world, and we truly need God.